guerrilla-style camera work here, but we're doing the best we can with what we've got, and I'm cutting in right now.
We're cutting it.
We're going to unleash it. One thing real quick, the box is kind of, this is a more subdued, a more subdued box cover than what we're used to, as far as like, there isn't a whole bunch of stuff jumping up. There's a nice logo. You know, Warhammer 40K, it says Dark Vengeance.
I'm not even exactly sure if, I'm guessing the regular version will have artwork on.
I don't know. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Surprised. I'd be surprised if this is it. This is very cool, the limited edition.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see some John Blanche stuff.
And that's, you know, he is my favorite, actually.
He is quite awesome.
And he's, a lot of people seem to, like, you know, you either love him or hate him, but I'm a big John Blanche fan.
Quite darn awesome.
So, and on the back, you know, there's your little limited edition stamp. And so here we go. Wow. So, all right, the first thing you're going to see is it's just chock full. We got 2 whippy sticks.
Tradition.
I don't know if is that a name that Phantom's come up with, or is that actually what other people call them?
I'm sure they're called that way in the mirror.
I first heard that here, like in '96.
Whippy sticks.
Yeah.
Wacky sticks.
So, but regardless of what
time-honored tradition,
leave it in the comments below if you've ever heard them called as whippy sticks outside of, like I said, the first time I heard that was here at Phantom. But you know, for measuring, honestly, I don't really use these ever. These kind of pretty much
cool.
They pretty much go away. But they needed to put something in there so you could play the game. The idea is you've never have no experience. You don't have any other hobby tools.
You are good to go.
You can play it.
You don't need to borrow your dad's tape measure in the garage.
Yes, and in the same regard, we've got our standard dice with the classic GW scatter die, and you need that. And now, you know, like with all the box sets I've bought, I've got tons of this stuff.
Yeah, well.
All right, bases. One of the things that's great about this is GW's gone to this for the bikes. There are bikes in this set. I really like the beveled bike base.
I haven't seen that yet. It's really nice.
As opposed to the square cavalry base that a lot of people put their bikes on. I like this a lot.
Well, that should be for 40K, and the square should be for Fantasy Battle.
Yeah, and I think that's the idea.
It's good.
All right.
Is that new?
It's not super new, but
it's new enough.
You know, it's new enough that I felt like it was worth commenting on.
Wow, look at
that. So we've got a ton of sprues. We'll come back to these.
Ooh, yes.
Let's look at what's in here. Okay, another thing you're going to need.
You need a
template set. Actually, this is the funny part is, you know, I think people might say like, "Ooh, templates, who cares?" But this is kind of a nice added value, because I think if you buy a straight up template set, like a plastic template set like this, it's like $10 or something.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I think it's 10. And they have a nice green. I think the current ones they have for sale are like white, but I like that fluorescent green.
So we've got our quick reference sheet. You know, and this has.
Is that like the start? Like, you know how to play? Don't they have a how to play?
They're going to have one of the others. There's going to be one of those.
Kind of cool. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, grab it, dude. That's the point is to get excited. So, one of the things that was interesting was there were, like, I was talking to people, and I was really kind of hoping the Hellbrute was going to be a monstrous creature. It's not. It's a dreadnought. And somebody actually said to me, like, look, dude, it's clearly a dreadnought. It's supposed to look like a dreadnought. I was like, well, yeah, but maybe we'll get, because it looks really organic. Now it's a dreadnought, but it still could be really cool.
That's called the Hellbrute, correct?
Yes, and it still could be really cool. So no points values here, but it does give you the stats for all the stuff that's included. I really love, the thing I'm most excited about in this set right now is these Chaos Cultists, so I'm interested in seeing them. We're going to dig in.
I think I saw the Hellbrute shopping in the store last week.
There's a... get a lot of those customers?
Or maybe that was Fred. I'm not sure.
So...
yes, we do get a lot of those customers.
This is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be looking for. This is the digest-sized rule book. It's glossy. It's full color. Yeah. And even if you have the large rule book, these are nice to have.
At the gaming table.
Yep. And it's a full version of the rules. They wanted to make that, you know, it's got the scenarios and things like that in it.
It's nice.
And it's, you know, it's nicely, as you can see, looks like it's nicely laid out. All the pictures, they managed to keep all that stuff in. The font is small, but it's not, you know, it's not going to kill your eyes.
Even my old eyes can see it.
So it's printed pretty clearly. I can't believe it's full color. That's you know, I mean, they've done it. I think the Warhammer Fantasy one like this is full color too. But it's awesome that they can do that.
Yep.
And these are going to be very popular. People, you know, and understandably, as much as I like the hardcover book, people don't like lugging. It's a huge book. Lugging it to the store to play.
You take that to the shop. You keep your big book at home.
Yep. Inside here we've got also. So this is, yeah. This is awesome. Okay,
Show you exactly how to do it.
Yes, we've got a guide for putting everything together.
Nice. Did they have that before? Do you remember?
They for the more complicated kits, they've really started doing it. And though these kits are actually considered pretty basic, they're because they're made to be able to be plugged right in and played with.
Well, I think this is really good for new people for sure.
Yes.
Kids, like I'm really like showing you.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing. It's funny because GW gets criticized a lot for kind of maybe embracing the kids too much and ignoring. But the reality is, and I've said this before on the site, games lie within the realm of the young. These are toys, you know. And as an adult, I love them.
These are the best toy soldiers ever.
Yes.
Yeah, really. These are the best toy soldiers, and so therefore you have to make allotments for kids to be able to embrace this hobby.
Yeah, and without those kids, there's not going to be a hobby because eventually we're all going to get, you know, we're all old. We're, you know, we'll shuffle off this mortal coil, and we need kids to keep this going. So
the mortal coil. Okay.
Reference sheets. Here's the how to play guide you were talking about.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I always found that was.
I like that this is also full color.
Oh, it looks actually a little more involved, a little more interesting than.
Yeah. And feel this. It's actually printed on a pretty durable.
Yep.
Like magazine type stock with the cover's actually pretty thick.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Looking cool. Gives a little bit of fluff. Dark Angels and Chaos Space Marines. And here, this is like one of those things. The Interrogator Chaplain Serificus. I might be butchering that.
Serificus.
So Jeff, this is the no, you're doing fine. This is the character that everybody's
That's the special.
About. That's what makes this limited edition.
I bet he's an ass kicker.
He looks
Can
that
I say
way.
that?
That's fine.
Okay.
I believe ass is acceptable on
Okay.
on TV.
On Play Unplugged. Okay.
Yeah. I think that is within the limits of what we can do. And yeah, he looks cool. He's limited edition, but he gets his own special
card,
glossy with the
which you will not get in the other edition.
Yeah. And man, he looks really cool.
What to wonder what
now an Interrogator Chaplain, if I remember correctly, these are the guys who hunt the fallen Dark Angels, and they try to get them to come back to the light before they still have to execute them because they're traitors.
Do they actually try to bring them back?
They want them to repent before they die.
So you can repent. You can repent. There's a chance.
I guess. I mean, like you're still unfortunately the only absolution is death, I guess. But yes, they torture them, I guess, till they get them to repent.
It's a cruel world.
Yes, the world of 40K. It is, as they say, they coined the phrase, right? Grim dark.
So what we're going to do is look is that him right there?
This is him. This is the limited edition sprue. And so we see one of the things I love about this, and it's something they've been doing with a lot of their character models. I love the inbuilt scenic base.
No, that's good.
You know, it's nicely modeled. It's got a lot of cool details on it. This particular figure, because of the way his feet are and everything like that, it looks like you could put him on a different base if you'd like, but there he is. A lot of details.
I agree with the base. It almost forces you to flock it, and you have to. It's like there's a textured base.
Yeah, it's like you don't there's no excuse.
Right.
Jeff, you're like me. Like where I after a while, man, seeing those bare bases, you're like, man, put something on that base.
Right. Should be an excuse for bare bases, unless I don't know. There might be some, but for the most part, flocking makes your figures.
I think there are some games that call for it, like if you just paint them black or whatever.
Sure.
But for the most part, so here we go. You can see there's the cultists. All these models are plug and play. You could if you're new and you just want to get the experience of trying the game out, you can fit these models together.
So you don't even need glue.
You don't need it. I mean, eventually you're going to want to glue them so you can paint them and all that stuff. But the way they are designed, I think my understanding is, and it looks that way looking at these sprues, is that you can cut them, stick them right in, put them together that way, and they should stay together for playing.
Well, it looks like they really packed a lot in there. It looks more dense than previous sprues.
And this is kind of like
which is cool.
What we were saying before about their power alley, man. They can make this. They've made this whole injection molding thing work for them. And like with this, what you're going to see, like with the Interrogator Chaplain that we looked at before, they cut the model in such a way that they can get the detail of a metal model. One of the things that used to be the case was that these injection molded plastics just couldn't hold as much detail. They had some like softer details. But now they're cutting these models in a way that they're able to get, I really feel like close to metal or more than metal quality detail on some of these sculpts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they should be able to, and their plastics are just amazing and getting better.
And the poses are getting pretty dynamic. I mean, the cultists are kind of pretty standard, like they're like standing their gun or whatever. But like, so these Chaos Space Marines, they all are doing things. The Terminators are in some different poses.
I really like the angular look, the sharp angular look of the Chaos Space Marines a lot.
Yeah. And the kind of the prickly bits. They're just like they're just festooned with stuff.
I think that's really strong with these plastics for Chaos Space Marines.
And the cultists all look like they've seen better days. Like they might have spent too much time in the corpse ration line. Their clothes are ragged.
It's tough.
Yeah, life is tough in the 41st millennium.
It's tough to be a Chaos cultist.
Moving right along, more Terminators on this one. Like I said, these guys look great. This is
nice.
It's the Marine Sergeant, and it's pretty standard, standard pose, but he looks awesome. This Psyker, the librarian, the Dark Angel librarian, I think looks awesome. I've seen the model fully kitted out, and he's like posing with his arm outstretched, like he's projecting his psychic force, and he just looks really cool.
This is a good. You remind me. I'm really glad they've gone back to bringing the Dark Angels to the forefront.
Yeah.
Always, there's been for a while. We had, the back,
And they're one of those. It's funny that they've been kind of out of the limelight for so long, because I feel like they're one of the, like the Blood Angels, like the Space Wolves,
most popular.
They're one of the very popular groups.
So I'm glad they're in this box set.
So this last sprue is full of chaosy stuff. It actually has what I think is going to end up being my favorite figure of the set, which is this guy with the power maul down here. Where is he?
Is he a Chaos Marine?
Yeah, right there. Yes, he's one of the chosen. I think he's the sergeant for them. And his head is separate, so it's kind of hard to tell why I really like him. But he has this awesome third eye in his forehead. Actually, I think it's on the other side of the ear.
He has charisma.
Right there. This guy right here.
Wow.
And then the other guy, actually both of my favorites are on here, which is this cult sergeant guy who's in a commissar jacket.
Well,
Yeah. Well, they lost that guy to the.
He might as well enjoy it as long as he has it.
Yes, exactly.
We're coming for you, buddy.
And there's also the.
We're getting that jacket back.
This Hellbrute, this kind of chaos dreadnought creature, is in here.
Is that a totally new unit type, I guess, for the game?
It seems like, looking at the stat line.
It's a dreadnought, but it's a new version.
The model is a complete departure from the previous look. It's very organic.
Yep, that's cool.
And it looks like a nice beastie. I did comment on the internet recently that I felt it looks a little bit too busy, but actually looking at the model, that might just be the paint job. Because looking at the model, it doesn't look as crazy as I thought it looked initially.
No, I think everything looks solid. I think the sprues are so dense. A lot of modeling adventures and modeling and putting stuff together. It looks fun.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the contents of the box set. It looks really great. Folks, so that was Warhammer 40K Dark Vengeance. For Play Unplugged TV and www.playunplugged.com. I'm Enrico Nardini. I'm here with Jeff Yandora, Phantom of the Attic Games. You can check them out. Just type in Phantom of the Attic Games on your search bar on Facebook. Yep. Jeff, send us out.
I don't know. We had a great time reviewing this box set. I think gamers across the world are going to enjoy it, and I'm very happy to hang out with Rico to open it. This is the first time I've seen it. It was a great time, and I'm happy that we did it.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see ya.